Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Husband!
Wife!
Do you know what we are doing today?
I am almost certain we're finishing up the life of Adam and Eve today.
But we're also learning about the legend of the Rood.
Oh, we're learning. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. Did we talk about that last time?
We sure as fuck did.
Okay, so then we're following back up on something.
Yeah, we had questions. We were like, what is that?
I remembered we had questions, but I couldn't remember about what.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Okay.
We did. We did have some
So we're
questions.
finishing up the life of Adam and Eve, and we're learning about the Rood,
The
something
legend
or other,
of the
the legend of the Rood. Yeah.
The other order, the other way around, but yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Well, then let's do this.
Okie dokie. So, if you were tuning in last week,
Yes.
you will recall that we have been reading The Life of Adam and Eve, which we're reading the English translation of the Latin, which is Vita Adae et Evae, or the Apocalypse of Moses.
Okay.
And I'm very excited because I got the Latin correct on that time. And I think that's the first time that I got the Latin correct while recording.
Good job.
Yeah, that's very exciting for me. The Apocalypse of Moses is the, I don't think it's the Greek translation. I want to, if it's either the Greek or some other country, I forget. I've said it in the beginning. It starts with an A. I want to say Armenian, but I could be wrong.
Oh my God.
You should just go back a couple episodes and listen. What?
It's not Armenian.
It might have been. You don't know.
It's not.
Whatever I said 3 episodes ago.
Oh.
That's what it is. It starts with an A.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, I don't know why you're freaking out.
Nothing.
So that's what we've been reading. And we got up to
Aramaic? Is that
Aramaic?
Is that what it
that
is?
may have been it.
Okay.
Yeah. Armenian, Aramaic, whatever.
No.
They both start with A. American, Amerigo Davucci,
Acetaminophen.
Acetaminophen. Yeah, see?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Arm wrestling. What?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got up to chapter 40 something, and I'm not on that page, so I can't tell you what chapter we got up to. But anyways, we had so many questions. We were like, hold on. And one of them was about a legend. But before we talk about the legend, I want to talk about some of the other questions we have.
Okay.
Like in chapter 31, verse 1, it mentions the fruit of paradise.
Okay.
And we were like, what the fuck is the fruit of paradise? Like, is that fruit from just this one tree, or is it like any fruit? Like,
right.
We were like, what? Okay, so it's not necessarily the forbidden fruit from the tree of knowledge.
Okay.
Okay. it basically could mean fruit from paradise itself. And so I was like, hang on. So did they just sit around in their tent? Like verse 2, it talks about how they just were like right outside paradise.
Right.
And they were like, I'm going to walk over to those gates and cry because Adam's in so much pain, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, so they were just like hunting and gathering and
on the outskirts of Eden.
like, I see this gate here and I can't climb over the wall or whatever.
Well, or more
in
likely worried what God would do to you if you did.
Right.
Right.
So in many versions of this story and in what people think of when they think of the Bible, the Old Testament, that is, Adam and Eve live in the region near paradise, just outside its gates. Okay. So they can see it, but not enter it.
Got it.
Yeah. So a lot of people will say that they live in a liminal space, meaning the in-between. They're not like in the world, but they're not like in paradise.
They're in purgatory.
Kind of. Yeah. I mean, it's the in-between.
Sure.
You know, they're spiritually close to God, but not physically close to God. So there's also the metaphorical difference there.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a lot of traditions where in the art they'll show like, you know, that cherub, like the baby angel with the sword and stuff sitting, like the flaming swords. Yeah. So, and then in some pieces of art, you'll see that Adam has built a hut nearby, or that Eve is just like sitting right up outside the gates, weeping and repenting.
Got it.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah.
Another question we had was, they seem to mention more than one tree. So we were like, wait, did God have problems with more than one tree?
Okay.
Like, I don't understand. There was the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
Yeah.
But there was also like other trees that they were mentioning, like this balm of life or whatever.
Yeah.
And we were like, what?
Right.
So no, the only one that God had a problem with was the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
Okay.
That's the only one.
Okay.
Eating from that particular tree is what caused the fall. And that's the only one that he was like, don't do it.
Got it.
All right. So the next question was, do you recall in chapter 32, verse 2, they were talking about of this story?
No, I know.
Reading.
But you're asking me to recall. Then you proceeded to say verse 32.
I'm about to describe it. I'm not going to just say, do you remember chapter 32, verse 2?
Got it.
No,
okay.
I'm referencing which part we read this in.
Yeah.
For anybody who's listening.
Sure.
You know?
No, I got you.
Okay, so in chapter 32, verse 2, it talks about how God gave a part of paradise to me, Adam.
Yeah.
And a part to your mother, Eve. And we were like, wait, they had different parts of paradise? They didn't live together?
Right.
That's so weird. Like, what? And then, I mean, it's not weird to, like, not live together with your partner if that's how you and your partner, whatever.
Sure.
Like, I don't care. It's weird that in the Bible, they each had a different section of paradise. Like, you're in the east and you're in the west.
Right.
Y'all get to your separate corners. And that's basically it. They talked about how he got the north or the east, depending on which translation you read. And she got the west or the south. Like, what the fuck?
Interesting.
So this is supposed to be a metaphorical, not a spatial separation.
Okay.
But I don't go with that. Like, why did they specifically mention directions? Like, I haven't, what I'm trying to say is I haven't found anything that has
tied that in,
satisfied my curiosity in an answer to this question.
Right.
Some later Christian interpretations of this show that each of their portion of the garden is more about the portion of mercy that will be granted to them.
Okay.
But I don't know.
That's still really vague and weird.
It is. Now, it also talks about, when we talk about directions, Yes, those things always matter. Like, anytime something in a legend or a story or a myth or the Bible talks about the East, we can talk about, okay, that's the direction that the sun rises in the morning. So it's always symbolic of a new day, a new beginning, a fresh start, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so when we talk about the West, that's going to be the end of the day, the end of an era, the sun going down.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So usually Adam is associated with the East as the symbol of light, beginnings, and divine presence. And Eve is typically associated with the West, which is going to be the sunset, mortality, and the end of the world, the end of living.
Fucking women causing the end of the world and shit.
Which is so funny because the Bible, not just this story, but the Bible grants Eve the ability to bring life into the world. Yes, in a painful way.
Right.
But she should be associated with the East as that which brings new life into the world.
One would think, but yeah.
And dude, my guy dies first.
Sure.
In every story. He should be the fucking West. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in fucking symbolism, they get these dudes wrong and backwards, and it just makes me so mad.
I mean, I feel like it has more to do with male chauvinism than anything else. Basically,
he's the best.
Male is better.
He's the best,
like according to the people that wrote this and the times
he goes
and
first.
Things. Yeah, men are considered
stronger,
more
better, awesomer, and gooder.
Whatever.
They aren't prone
according to the biblical texts that we're reading and biblical texts in general, it seems.
And faith's based upon that.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Not my personal opinion.
Obviously.
Right.
No. Yeah, I know.
I'm just throwing that out there.
just in case
Right.
anybody doesn't already know where we stand on that.
Yeah.
Pretty much that's bullshit.
Yeah.
But the point of their separation and the directions is supposed to be that their separation mirrors cosmic balance. So when one is given one direction or one portion or one side or is associated with one cardinal direction on the fucking map, whatever.
Sure.
We're talking about them in terms of how they reflect each other. So if one is the beginning, one has to be the end. If one is birth, one has to be death, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So we've got masculine versus feminine. We've got light versus dark. And we've got the spirit versus the body. And of course, the woman is the body.
And the evil and the dark and all the bad things.
All the bad things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So when they met in the middle and they ate, that was bad.
Okay.
Yeah. Their joining up was bad.
I see.
They should have stayed in their separate little corners of the garden.
Well, I feel like, there'd have been a lot of things missing from human history if they never met up.
Maybe.
I'm just saying, like, if we're going with their version of the story, like, it would have been a real short story. That's all.
And then Eve looked at him and was like, "Nah, man, you probably can't even find the butter in the fridge." And then she turned around and walked her ass the other way because she didn't need a man.
Eve got the ick.
Yeah, she did. She got the ick.
Nah, man, I'm good.
That's so funny because you just learned that phrase. Oh my God. That's so good. Good job. Yeah.
Wow.
What?
That was like the most condescending good job I think I've heard in a long time.
Well, I meant it in a positive way.
Okay.
Anytime you learn a phrase that has been used in popular vernacular, like pop culture reference kind of thing, it's always impressive to me. I'm like, good job. Because you can't find shit in the fridge, so I do got to give you props when you use the phrase correctly.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So then we had a question about the two angels. In chapter 33, there were two angels that were granted to guard them.
Yeah.
And we were like, where were they?
Yeah, they fucked up, man.
Yeah. Like, that could have gone differently. Well, it turns out that they were not spiritual guardians. They were just companions. They weren't there.
Companions.
Yeah.
The fuck? You're an angel and your job is to be companion?
Well, I'm like, here's the thing. They gave us, the Lord God, it reads, God the Lord also gave us 2 angels to guard us.
Yeah.
And then
that's what I'm saying. Like, they said those words.
But they're not there to guard you. And I'm like, no, but it literally says in the text they're there to guard us. And you're like, don't misinterpret that.
I feel like, much like the rest of the Bible, this apocrypha bullshit has got some mixed messaging.
It really does.
Because that doesn't line up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I tried to find different ways to answer these questions. And since a lot of these questions are more just like literary based, but the text is more Christian based. So it's really hard to find information.
Regardless of what their role was, I feel like they were, whether they were a companion or a guardian, they still were like having HR next to you.
Yeah, they failed.
So like they knew all the rules and they walked away at the wrong time.
And they walked away.
And
y'all had one job.
No matter what you were, guardian or companion, you fucking failed.
You were the lifeguard on duty at the pool. I don't care if you were in line to get a hot dog. You're still like, you're the lifeguard at the pool.
Right.
And somebody drowned on your watch.
Right.
So fuck off.
Exactly.
Just going to say. Okay. And then we had a question about, in chapter 34, God says, I will bring upon your body 70 plagues. And that was the whole, I'm going to cause you death, and y'all ate this shit and listened to this fucking snake, and I hate you. Remember that was in the Bible, right? And he's like, you're horrible. You're going to just suffer lots.
Sure.
And this just told us specifically what that suffering was. Okay, but we still had a question like 70 plagues. Why? That's so random, and 70 plagues.
Right.
Like what?
Right, yeah.
So, okay, there's actually a really good answer to this.
Okay. All right.
This is an etiological passage. It explains why humans suffer physically. Okay. So here's the thing. 70 plagues represents the full range of bodily afflictions humans endure as a result of the quote unquote fall. Okay. So at the time that this was written, remember like in the Middle Ages, they were like, oh, women have 4 humors or whatever. And one of them is phlegm. I don't remember what the other ones are, but it's a way of like talking about your constitution and like your bodily functions and your illnesses and stuff like that. Like all throughout the ages, we've just had different ways to define our health and well-being. And 70 was a very special number, and it just was like another way of saying end everything.
Got it.
It was like, if I say, like now we might say something weighs a ton, right?
Yeah.
We don't mean a literal ton, we mean a metaphorical ton.
Right.
So when they said 70 plagues, they just meant like a shit ton of plagues, all the plagues, all the health problems.
All right.
Okay, so that's what that meant.
Sure.
So it was not an arbitrary number because the number 70 represents and symbolizes completeness. It's one of those numerism.
Yeah, no,
things.
The Bible loves 7, 70, whatever.
Right.
You know. 40
is another big one that they love. Yeah. 7 and 70 and 40 are all like big numbers.
Right.
Yeah. So it's basically just saying God is going to be giving you all the plagues, all of them.
Okay.
All the illnesses, all the pain.
Yeah.
You know, all the pain that you suffer, that's all of it.
Got it.
Okay.
And who do we have to thank? God.
No. Eve. Of course, Eve.
No, God.
Yeah, no, I agree.
God still caused. God didn't have to make that happen.
No, he didn't.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, God is
That's who I would, if I was going to blame anybody in this scenario, it's God, because he's the one that fucking did it.
Totally. So then we were like, what is that? Going back to the whole trees and stuff in chapter 36, we were like, there's a tree from which flows the oil of life.
Yeah.
And remember, Seth was like, Dad, what is pain? And
right.
Adam's like, baby, don't hurt me no more. And Seth is like, what is pain?
Right.
Instead of what is love.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
And so Seth is like, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to beg them to bring me some oil of life.
Okay.
And Adam's like, you do that. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And we were like, the fuck is oil of life? Okay. The tree of mercy, which is also the tree of life, is separate from the tree of knowledge. Tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
All right.
These are
So
separate trees.
Another tree. Got it.
Right. But they were not forbidden apparently to eat from it.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
All right.
I don't know. Tree of mercy, tree of life.
Sure.
It's a symbol of divine healing and restoration. And it's a counterpart to the tree that brought them death.
Oh.
And I'm like, why does knowledge bring you death?
Because God said so.
I don't think knowledge brings you death. I think knowledge brings you understanding of death.
Sure.
Death was always there.
But, I mean, as the Bible did say that because they ate of the tree of knowledge, that God was going to inflict death on humankind.
Sure.
So, like, that was an actual thing that happened according to the Bible.
Right, but it wasn't the tree that caused death. It was God. The tree is about knowledge. The tree gives you knowledge.
Right.
God is the one that caused death. We literally just got through talking about what a dick is. God gave death as the punishment.
Got it.
Now we're talking about, no, it's the tree that brought death. No, it was God that brought death. The tree was about the knowledge.
Got it.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, later Christian interpreters identified this tree with the cross, and that's where we're going to get into the legend of the Rood in a minute here. Okay?
Yeah.
So, the oil of life is a Christ symbol, a Christian symbol.
Okay.
And it's linked to the Holy Rood, which again, we will talk about in just a second. But that's the Christian meaning, okay? In Jewish or earlier readings, it's a heavenly tree whose oil restores immortality. So we're getting back to like magic and magic spells.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an anointing tree from which life's essence flows. Okay. So
all right.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. That there's like two different ways to talk about this.
Sure.
But let's get into.
Is this the tree of life that everybody puts on things? Is this like? Is this? But
yes,
I feel like that's. I feel like that's more of a symbol of multiple traditions.
Yes,
not
that is,
just like Christian or whatever. So
true. That is correct.
Right.
Yes, and it's a very like Celtic and that kind of thing.
Sure.
Druidic kind of thing. Like a lot of the more feminine-led traditions lean that way because they're about life, not death.
Sure. Well, it strikes me that there's a lot of importance put on trees in the Christian faith, even, and not just like in
don't hump under a tree,
right? But
on the high places,
it goes to show you how important trees are to humanity in general.
Sure,
because they pop up in all kinds of different cultures and
across
religions and everything.
Yeah,
and it makes sense to me why they would be present in so many different cultures and religions.
Sure. So in there's a note in chapter 44 between verses 4 and 5 in the interpretation that we're reading.
Okay.
That mentions the legend of the Holy Rood, Rood. And that is a very medieval Christian legend. Okay.
Okay.
So in the legend of the Holy Rood, which is also known as the legend of the True Cross.
Okay.
Adam on his deathbed sends Seth back to paradise to get the oil of mercy. Right?
Yeah.
We know that story.
Right.
Okay. From this book that we've been reading.
Sure.
Okay. The angel instead gives Seth a branch or a seed from the tree of life. And we even know what happens to that,
Motherfucker
right?
dropped it in the river.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. This seed is planted according to this legend, in Adam's grave and eventually grows into the very tree that becomes the cross of the Christ, hence the Holy Rood, because the word rood, R-O-O-D, means cross.
Okay.
So that's the meaning of the word.
Yeah, no, I find it very hilarious that Adam's grave housed the cross, the would-be cross for the death of Christ.
Yes.
That's just so...
Like, that's cute. Y'all tied it back. Oh, you made a wood thing be more wood. You're like, wait. And then, wait, we talked about the sky here. Can we talk about the sky in this one? How do we tie these together?
I just find it interesting that there was not a single historian that wrote about Jesus until 80 years after his... Until like 80 AD. So, like, it was at least... Even if you account for him being like in his 30s or something, it was at least like 50 years after his death. Right. No one even fucking wrote about this shit, until quite some time after he died.
It is amazing that like we don't have a lot of, oh my God, I just saw this magic thing happen. Get the fuck out. Oh my God.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, just like a historian that would be like, the craziest thing happened, like I feel like this would make all the top news, even for that time. You would think some fucker came back from life and what? Like, come on. That's crazy.
Look, even in the days before, like the news on our grandparents' televisions, their little black and white TV.
Yeah.
They still heard.
They had news back then.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, even before the days of like the internet as we know it today, or 1,000 news channels like you and I knew in our childhood.
Right.
Okay, even when there was only one fucking little channel on the TV.
Right.
People still somehow managed to hear about shit happening around the world.
Right. But I'm saying you wouldn't even need to hear about it around the world. You just need one person to die. I mean, you're talking about Romans. Like, somebody would have wrote something down. Why didn't anybody write anything down? This is weird.
Not one piece of evidence made it through the whole, magic was happening and people were getting raised up from the dead right in front of me.
It just seems like a big glaring, oops.
Yeah.
Like,
and God
nothing
could have easily fixed that, but no. So let me tell you a little bit more about this legend, though, before we get back to reading the rest of our little book.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, this is called the Legend of the Holy Rood, or the Legend of the True Cross, or the Legend of the Tree of Life. These are all different names for it. Okay.
Yeah.
It comes from a tiny seed that was planted in the apocryphal lore of the life of Adam and Eve. So it's a legend that rose from this story that was added to the Bible, which is just so funny. It spins it into this enormous salvation through wood epic that ties Genesis all the way to the crucifixion. And I'm just here for it insofar as like the ridiculous story functionality.
Right.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
So the beginning is Adam's deathbed request. Okay. So Adam is dying. And so he sends his son Seth to the gates of paradise to ask the angel guarding it if he'll please give him a drop of the oil of mercy from the tree of life.
Right.
Please. Because he still doesn't understand pain, but he's like, Dad is really whining. So,
sure. Yeah.
And he won't stop making this crying sound. I don't understand what it is. I hate it. Make it stop. And the angel is like, nope. And yeets him the fuck out of there.
Right.
And he's like, it's not time for mercy yet.
Okay.
And Seth is like, but my ears though. And the angel is still like, nah, man. But take this seed from the tree of life. It'll be cool. Place it in your father's mouth when he dies. Okay. So Seth does it as he's told, and the seed is buried with Adam. Okay. Now, this is just this particular story. Like the one that you and I heard wasn't a seed. It was a branch. Right. And Seth dropped it and then was sent to go get it. Sent back to go get it.
Sure.
So this is not that story. This is a slightly different story.
Sure.
Okay. Out of Adam's grave grows this magnificent tree. Sometimes, depends on the story you read, sometimes it splits into 3 trunks, which it symbolizes the Trinity. You know, Father, Son, Holy Ghost kind of thing. which from what I understand, is not in the Bible. But again, I haven't read the New Testament, so I don't know that yet. Another version of the story says that the tree has miraculous properties, or that it glows with divine light. So at the very least, it's a super glow tree. And I like all my trees to glow. If Rudolph ate from it, maybe that explains his nose.
Right.
That's silly.
There you go.
That was silly, but I had to. And then others say it's the same tree from which all later Holy Wood artifacts will descend. So Holy Wood artifacts, are you familiar with what wood artifacts are? Holy artifacts?
I mean, they're things associated with Jesus, right? Essentially,
not necessarily. Yes, but not necessarily. Any holy figure, any saint.
Okay.
Like, during what is that book? Oh, God damn it! It starts with a C. There's a book where they're all the Canterbury Tales. They're all going on this pilgrimage, right, to see this holy spot or this holy person or this holy artifact. And some of the characters in the Canterbury Tales, as they're on this pilgrimage, talk about other holy artifacts. And it's anything from a saint or like a piece of a saint. And it's like, it's kind of like in America, how today we'll have signs in hotel rooms that say like Elvis slept here or something like that. And he may or may not have slept there. Like, maybe it's true, maybe it's not.
Sure.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
So, that's what that's all about. So, all of the holy artifacts apparently came from this glow tree. Okay?
Yeah.
And it serves as like a living bridge between Eden and Golgotha. Golgotha is a place of the skull, which in this story is literally Adam's skull. Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So then this tree, over the centuries, the wood passes several hands and stories. Okay. Noah's Ark is said to include wood from this fucking tree.
Wow.
Yeah. The rod of Moses is supposed to be, the magic wand that split the Red Sea. Yeah. Yeah. It's supposed to be from that fucking tree. King David and Solomon used pieces of it in construction.
Oh.
But then they decided that's too holy, so they stopped. They stopped building with it. Yeah. Later, the Romans dug it up and they used that very wood to make the cross on which Jesus is crucified. So,
sure.
Yeah, this tree gets around. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. And so the tree becomes the instrument of humanity's redemption. And so, like, that is that whole the tree of life is restored thing. Okay. Yeah. So many versions of this story include the detail that Christ is crucified above Adam's grave. That's why traditional crucifixion art sometimes shows a skull at the base of the cross. Isn't that cool? It's not just that whole memento mori. Like, memento mori is about capturing death in art.
Right.
Okay? It's not just like that literary symbolism. Sometimes it's literally supposed to mean Adam's skull. Like, what? That's crazy. So, anyway, yeah, that's that story. So now we're going to go back to where we left off. Okay. And that was.
So we're picking up with the actual story that we left off in Life of Adam and Eve.
The Life of Adam and Eve. Okay. The Vita. Yeah,
definitely didn't pronounce it right that time.
No, but I didn't even try.
No,
what's nice is that Latin is a dead language. Yeah, so I'm not even offending anybody. Except for all the scientists and mathematicians, and they are allowed. I grant them the right to be annoyed with me.
Sure. Yeah.
Because that's fair.
Yeah.
So remember, Adam died, and everybody's like, "God damn it." And then Eve is like, that sucks.
But God did damn it.
I know.
him.
It's true.
You know,
it's
so,
true.
Actually.
And she's like, make some stone tablets. Remember graveyard shit, right? Yeah. And so, yay, they bury him, and then they bury her, and because she can't live without him.
Right, obviously. She's a woman. What would she do on her own?
And then remember, God was like, you can mourn for only so many days, and then you have to stop and get on with
It
life.
was 7 days, no more than 7 days or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, you guys need to move along.
Right.
Okay. So, all right. So then we get into they're dead. And Seth is making their tablets of stone. And that's where we left off. Because the rest of the text that we are reading of the life of Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
This is additional material about Seth's tablets and Adam's creation. And it's unrelated to the main narrative. So we decided, okay, we're just going to read that separate to end it off.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So chapter 52. Then Seth made 2 tablets of stone and 2 tablets of clay. Oh, yeah, because remember, they wanted it to be able to stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Whether it's a fire or a flood.
Water.
Yeah, they'll last.
What happens if it's both?
And what happens if it's a nuclear bomb? Those hadn't been invented yet, so nobody knows.
Right, yeah.
And he devised the caps of letters, and he wrote on them. So he learned how to read. He taught himself how to read and write.
So they just now invented language.
Just now.
The written language.
Just now.
Is that what happened?
Yep. He wrote on them.
So that they could write the headstones for Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's where all language...
Yeah.
That's where language started. The written word started when Adam and Eve needed a headstone. Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Duh.
Yeah. Yeah. And he wrote on them the life of his father Adam and of his mother Eve, which he had heard from them and seen with his own eyes. That's the important part. He's like, I saw this shit.
Yeah.
Okay. And he placed the tablets in the middle of his father's home in the oratory where he prayed to the Lord. And after the deluge had written tablets, after the deluge, which is that's what they call the flood in a lot of these stories.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
So
or a derecho now.
Well, a derecho is not the flood itself. It's the coming down. The rain be coming down.
No, I just we heard that once, like on a news thing, like what 10 years ago.
Less than 10 years ago.
And then we heard
everybody
derecho
just
like
started saying
all the time. We're like, where the fuck did the word like? When did we start using the word derecho?
It was just that one year, and they were like, "This is the worst derecho we'd ever seen."
Right? We're like, what the fuck's a derecho?
And
like I know what it is now.
How many have you seen that you're acting like this is the worst one of it?
Right.
Like, get the fuck out of here, you liars.
And we don't, it's not like you go to the window and you're like, is it raining outside? Yeah. Is it a derecho though?
Yeah.
Like, that's not what you don't say that.
No.
That's not a thing that gets
Nobody says that.
Where the fuck did derecho come from? Why did our newscasters start saying derecho?
Across the world. It was across the United States.
Fuck a derecho.
Fuck a derecho. I got another example.
Yeah.
I woke up one day. I used to watch this show. I can tell you exactly. I lived in West Carrollton. I was married to my ex. It was before I had kid. So this would have been 2001 or 2002 when this event happened.
All right.
Okay. I used to watch this news program called The Daily Buzz, and it was housed in Ohio.
Okay.
Like literally not far from where we lived, actually.
Sure.
And it moved to Florida and became very right-wing, whereas I don't know at the time what it was, if I'm being honest with you. It might have been right-wing, it might have been central. I didn't know politics at that point in my life.
Sure.
So anyway, but I was interested in the news and they made it entertaining and I wanted to start watching the news. So I was watching the fucking Daily Buzz.
Yeah.
And I was very excited because I got up every morning and I would do housework on the commercial breaks.
Yeah.
This was like how I did my life at this point.
Sure.
Okay. And all of a sudden they kept saying homage. It's an homage to such and such. And I had only ever heard anybody pronounce it up until that very moment, homage, like pay homage.
Right. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it wasn't just the Daily Buzz. It was every news ever across the United States. everything was suddenly homage instead of homage.
Right.
And I didn't get that memo, but I sure as fuck noticed when it happened.
Right. Yeah.
And I hated it because like now I understand, like a lot of times we'll say you can pay homage or it is an homage.
Sure.
But that's not the way it was for a very long time, okay? Just like the Rachels were not a normal part of our language. And now all of a sudden they are. Just overnight.
Right. Yeah.
So, okay. So after the deluge or flood, those written tablets were seen by many men, but no one could read them.
Well, that seems like a problem with a written language.
That seems like a skills issue.
Well,
You didn't pass that on. Like, what good is it if your scribble scrabble can't be read by anybody
else? It's not much of a language if nobody can read it. So
that is what is referred to, sir, as a dead language. You didn't pass it on.
It's also referred to as gibberish.
Yes.
Because
you made up a code and didn't give anybody the decoder ring.
Right.
Yeah. So, but guess what? You know who could read it?
Who could read it?
Fucking Solomon. Goddamn right he could.
Well, he was the wisest.
He was the wisest. And so however, Solomon, being wise, saw the writing and prayed to the Lord, and an angel of the Lord appeared, saying, I'm the one that held Seth's hand, that he may write with his finger those stones. He didn't even have to use a carving knife or anything like that.
Wow.
I used laser through his finger.
That's some pretty neat. Yeah. I need one of those.
I know. That's some good etching.
Yeah.
You do need one of those.
Yeah.
You have a laser printer and it is not
a laser printer.
No, it's not a laser printer.
The laser printer is completely
you're
different.
right. You're right. What is it? What is this
We
called?
have a laser printer. But
okay, but what is it called?
Laser engraver.
Engraver.
Yeah.
Laser engraver. I keep calling it a laser printer. Okay, whatever. Anyway, you make some really cool stuff with it.
I do.
And it smells good because it's like burning wood.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Seth's like, I made his finger be a laser engraver. And he made stone tablets and clay tablets for headstones.
Yeah.
For mom and dad.
Very cool. That nobody could read.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, well, not my mom and dad, says this angel. I was hoping Seth with his mom and dad.
Obviously.
Yeah. The angel is still talking to Solomon and says, you will become knowledgeable of this writing. Don't worry about it. And you will learn and understand what these stones contain and where the oratory where Adam and Eve worshiped the Lord God was.
But Solomon was so much later.
Solomon, continued the angel.
I don't understand, like, is he jumping forward in time to have this conversation with Solomon? This is jumping forward in time in the story. Okay. And we're pulling an angel in with us. So the angel just shows up with Solomon. Solomon, hey, you're going to be able to read this
Solomon
shit.
was praying to God to try to read it. And so Solomon, you weren't listening to me.
I was listening. I just didn't catch that bit.
Listen.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Solomon, being wise, saw the writing and prayed to the Lord. And an angel of the Lord appeared, saying, I am the one who held Seth's hand, that he might write with his fingers these stones. You will become knowledgeable of this writing, and you will learn and understand what these stones contain and where the oratory where they worshiped the Lord God was. You must build there the temple of the Lord, which is the house of prayer. Then Solomon completed the temple of the Lord God. Oh.
That's okay.
And called these letters Achilleia.
Sure.
I don't know Latin always, mostly. But it translates to written without the teaching of words.
Right.
So he wrote, nobody can read this shit, which is in Latin, teaching written without lips.
I have a question, because it was apparently, according to the story that we were reading, very important that people have these headstones. So was somebody trained to write everybody else's headstones that died between now and Solomon?
Nobody had a headstone, I guess. None for you, none for you, none for you. You are not holy.
I just, like, when did it transition? Like, I don't know. I don't understand. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Apparently, the whole story centers around what happened to Adam and did the tree grow out of his skull. And that's really all that matters, right? Because then that's where the cross came from and blah, 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 blah.
Sure.
And the ark and the temple and the whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very cool.
Now we got it all.
All the magic wood things. Yeah. All right. It means written without the teaching of words, teaching written without lips, and written without the teaching of books. Okay? That one word means all of that. The Archelaeus.
So basically, it's like downloading the Matrix because they didn't need books, they didn't need anything. You just plug in and you got it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You plug in the angel cord and you're good to go.
Yeah, by the finger of Seth, while the angel of the Lord held his hand.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds realistic.
Yep, totally. Okay, chapter 53.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
On these stones was found what Enoch, the seventh from Adam, so one of the great-grandkids of Adam, spoke before the flood about the coming of Christ. I think Enoch was Noah's dad, maybe? I could be wrong.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
But I am... When we watched Supernatural, they called Enochian the language of the angels.
They did. They did. So, yeah, Enoch is the seventh son from Adam.
Got it.
Yeah. Spoken before, or he spoke before the flood about the coming of Christ, apparently. Okay. Behold, the Lord will come in his sanctuary, in his holy soldiers, in his holy clouds.
He's going to come in as soldiers?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
In his sanctuary with his soldiers, blah, 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 to render judgment on all and to accuse the impious of all their works by which they have spoken concerning him, and on sinners, impious murmurs, and the irreligious, who have lived according to their feelings of desire, and whose mouths have spoken pridefully. So people like me and you. Bad kids.
Awful.
Yeah. Those whose mouths have spoken pridefully will go to Hades, but the just will surely go rejoicing into the kingdom of heaven. Okay.
I like how Hades is
making an entrance.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Greek,
it's like mixing cultures here.
Greek hell has entered the chat. Along with, we've got our Catholic buying your way into heaven, paying the fee.
Right.
With, I don't know, whatever. Just all of this stuff is so silly.
Yeah.
All right, chapter 54. Adam entered paradise after 40 days and Eve after 80. Oh, they got to go to paradise. Garden or heaven.
But it took Eve twice as long to get there?
Well, yeah, she's a bitch.
Okay.
She wouldn't shut up long enough, I guess.
I guess.
You know how bitches be. Adam was in paradise for 7 years, and near to the day they moved all the beasts. I don't understand that.
Is this after they died?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I thought paradise was the garden, and now it's not the garden. And okay.
Who knows? There's heaven too, I guess, maybe.
I don't know.
The Garden of Eden, and there's who knows what they're talking about.
I don't know. Let's move on to the next chapter. That was 54 was just one verse. Okay. Chapter 55 is also one verse.
Right.
Okay. It must be known that the body of Adam was formed of 8 parts.
Okay.
So, that's why I wanted to move on, because I'm like, oh, okay. The first part was of the dust of the earth, from which was made his flesh, and thereby he was lazy. The next part was the sea, from which was made his blood, and thereby he was aimless and fleeing.
What the fuck?
The third part was of the stones of the earth, from which his bones were made, and thereby he was hard and covetous. He was hard, all right. The fourth part was of the clouds, from which were made his thoughts, and thereby he was self-indulgent. You know how fucking clouds be.
I just want to remind everybody who the Bible claims made Adam.
Mm-hmm.
and that would be God. So
God is like, this son of a bitch piece of shit that I made. Fucking bullshit.
I'm just saying, you can't. How do you blame the person that was made instead of the person that made him?
Yeah,
you know,
I don't know. Like, were you not in charge of this?
I only got what you gave me to work with here, man.
Right?
You know?
Like, you're mad about the ingredients that you created.
Right.
It's kind of like if I put lemon juice and pickle juice and chocolate together, and then I'm mad that it tastes like crap.
Right.
Like, but I'm the one that stirred those ingredients. Like, what would be even worse is if I'm the one that made the lemonade and the pickle juice and the chocolate.
Right.
I don't know how to make any of that, so it's not happening. But still. So, okay. Clouds make him self-indulgent.
Sure.
The fifth part was of the wind. Of course it was. From which was made his breath. And thereby he was fickle. You know how wind be.
Yeah, wind's always fickle.
The sixth part was of the sun, from which were made his eyes, and thereby he was handsome and beautiful. Because eyes are handsome.
Who knows?
The sun makes you handsome and beautiful.
This whole thing is weird.
Yeah,
so,
I don't love it. The seventh part was of the light of the world, separate from the sun, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
They had light bulbs back then.
Well, that's one of those things I was questioning when we first started reading the Bible, like, because there was light before there was light. And I was like, why? What's that light? What's this other? Why is there light twice? They refer to it. I know there's two stories, but like there was light twice, and I'm like, which light's which? So
it's the one that has to do. It's the anglerfish. You know that fish that's in the depths of the ocean, and it has the light that hangs over its head and lures people. I said people. Yeah. It's that kind of light.
Right.
It's the fungi. The glow-in-the-dark fungi.
Yes.
Okay, so the seventh part was of the light of the world, from which he was made pleasing, and thereby he had knowledge. Because you know how the more pleasant you are, the more you know.
Right.
That's not how that works.
No.
The eighth part was of the Holy Spirit, from which was made his soul, and thereby are the bishops, priests, and all the saints and elect of God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say that one more time.
The eighth part.
Yeah.
Was of the Holy Spirit, from which was made his soul.
Okay.
And thereby are the bishops, priests, and all the saints and the elect of God. They all have God soul bits.
Oh, okay. But only those people.
Yeah.
Not everybody.
I just decided I am going to be a bishop because I want to be able to say that my eighth part comes from the Holy Spirit and that I am made of that shit. So I'm a bishop. I just decided it's true. And I
have no interest in being a bishop, so I'm gonna skip
I have
that
interest in being able to say that I have 8 parts, one of which was made of clouds and one of which is made from spirit, because it's just good fun.
Got it.
All right, chapter 56. It must also be known, because we can't be done yet, that God made and formed Adam in that place where Jesus was born. That is.
Wait.
You're laughing. You're like, you go too far. I was with you up until this very point, but you go too far.
It must be known that Adam was made, in that place where Jesus was made.
Yeah.
Was this when God impregnated Mary?
Oh yeah.
Or when Mary bore Christ? Jesus.
Where Jesus was born.
We're just so Adam was made in Bethlehem then.
Yeah, is
that
dirt,
right?
Yeah, the dirt of Bethlehem.
Okay, did he also die in the same place?
I don't fucking know.
Because
listen,
sounds like because they want to tie everything together. that he should have lived and died. But then that would probably throw the whole cross thing off. Because, like, what, did they go to Bethlehem to get the fucking cross?
And
Give me a goddamn break.
That's
Come on.
why he has to be
So he
there.
lived and died in two separate places. Apparently, he was born and made the same place that Jesus was born. And then he died where Jesus got his fucking cross made from.
Yeah. It's perfect.
It's so fucking stupid.
I know.
Like, who... Okay, look...
I'm sorry.
This is such a, like...
Childish.
Long walk to try to get... Like, the fact that they tried to tie this all together...
Yeah.
In and of itself...
It's so
makes
silly.
it so unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, you tried so hard to make all these pieces fit together.
Yeah.
Because God...
Yeah.
Right? And the more you're trying to make it all fit together, the less I believe what you're telling me, because bullshit.
Not that
bullshit.
you were close to believing in the first place.
Right. No, I wasn't anywhere near. I wasn't anywhere near believing, but when you say,
how could I possibly?
Look, there's just too many weird quote unquote coincidences here.
It's just that up until chapter 56, you're like, okay. And then I said, it must be known. And you're like, wait a minute. That was the step too far.
Yeah, it was. Look, it takes a lot because the Bible already has a bunch of stupid shit.
Yeah,
so but that was asking way too much.
You're like, yeah, this is stupid. This is stupid. This is stupid. Holy shit. That's the stupidest shit I ever read after like 5 years of really stupid shit.
I mean, there's levels of stupid, you know?
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Right.
It must also be known, we continue in chapter 56, that God made and formed Adam in that place where Jesus was born. That is in the city of Bethlehem, which is in the center of the earth.
Wait, did it actually say that?
It says that.
Oh my God.
There Adam was made from the four corners of the earth.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
When angels brought some of the dust of the earth from its parts.
You know, okay, look, I'm just going to say this out loud because the planet is a sphere, right?
Yeah.
So really, I guess you could make an argument if you're going for like the center of landmass, that pretty much anywhere is the center of Earth.
It's like, oh.
But like, obviously,
so
they had no idea what they were talking about.
Yeah, like, oh, y'all didn't know.
Right, yeah.
It wouldn't be so funny if there were not people today trying to be like, nah, it's real. Like, that's why I'm laughing.
I feel like they even knew better. Because they knew of like India. They knew of places far off, right? Like, because there had already been people that had conquered and seen people from these other lands, right? So there's no fucking way that they think that Bethlehem is the center of the earth. Like, how? Well, they can't possibly believe that.
Maybe they don't mean physically the center of the earth. Maybe they mean like the center of civilization. I'm going out on a real stretch here, trying to make
the little town of Bethlehem.
The little town of Bethlehem. You know, that little town.
That's the center of civilization. Sure. That and the fucking the little.
I mean, that's where Jesus was born.
The little pig stall where he got fucking born, or goat stall, whatever the hell it was, where he got born. That was the center of civilization, huh?
Yeah.
I call bullshit there.
They had a hotel. I mean, look, Farmersville didn't even have a hotel.
Did it say Hilton on it or something?
We lived in the teeny tiny town of Farmersville, and they didn't even have a hotel.
It did when I was younger.
Did it really?
It did.
Yeah. What hotel was it?
It was the Village Inn. That's
in Germantown.
No, it's really not.
Really? The Village Inn.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're right. But it was a bar.
That's the one bar
it's
there.
The bar. That used to be a hotel.
But there used to be a place you could stay in there, I think, upstairs or something.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it wasn't anywhere you'd stay, but, you know.
So they ran on the hourly? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. No. But it existed. That's all I'm saying. And no one had any use for it in a small town. So
that just reminded me. So, okay, when I was in 11th and 12th grade, I had this friend. Well, she was really awesome, but she and her boyfriend, they were very practical and they wanted to have sex. And so they were like, but no, they wanted to do it very professionally, not professionally.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I told you, this reminds me of a story.
Yeah, no. And so, sorry, it jumped right into sex really quickly. Yes, and I didn't know what you were talking about.
I said professional, but that's not the correct word. In 11th and 12th grade, this friend of mine. Okay.
That's the part I missed.
She and her boyfriend wanted to have sex.
Got it.
With each other for the first time and continuing onward, right? Okay. But, so they talked about it with parents, they Planned Parenthood, like contraception, like the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, they were very, they were trying to be responsible and mature. That's what I was trying to think of those words, and I said professional, but no, they were not trying to engage in professional sex. They were trying to be very responsible, mature, upfront, open, that kind of thing, right?
Okay.
And so, both of their parents were like, we are so glad that you are, wanting to, be safe. And thank you for sharing this information with us. But, like, no, you can't have your boyfriend over to have sex. And, same with his parents. Like, that's awesome. Thank you for being upfront. But no, you cannot have your girlfriend come over and have sex. Like,
right.
That's not a thing. Like, how do we handle this maturely? I don't know, but this is not the way. And so after the conversation, like, they did their little PowerPoint presentations to their parents.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I feel like that almost deserves a pass, actually.
Right. But, like, I don't know. I don't know. They're in 11th and 12th grade.
Sure,
right?
Sure.
So what they did was instead they would rent a hotel room. There were hourly places. This was in San Antonio.
Yeah.
And so they would rent hourly hotel rooms.
Right. And the reason I'm like, if you're the parents, why wouldn't you just let them do it? Because they're going to find a way to do it anyway.
Right. But they were
probably, they're giving you a whole presentation about how they're going to be safe about it.
Right.
So they're probably going to be safe about it, especially if you work with them on it,
They were like, if you are mature and responsible enough to make this happen, you both work full-time job, or not full-time, but part-time jobs. You're both saving up money for college, and you're both like pay for your own cars and stuff because neither family could afford. They're like, if you can do all of that, you can be mature enough to figure out how to make it work on your own.
Yeah.
So they did. So that's where I was going with that hourly motel room.
Got it.
I can't ever not think of my friend from high school that that's funny.
Yeah.
Hourly motel rooms is funny.
I got it.
You're not laughing.
I'm not. You're right.
Okay. So you don't think it's funny.
I mean.
Got it.
No.
Okay. So chapter 56. It must also be known that God made and formed Adam in that place where Jesus was born. That is in the city of Bethlehem. Which is the center of the earth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There Adam was made from the four corners of the earth when angels brought some of the dust of the earth from its parts. Namely, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel.
And Michelangelo?
Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel.
Sorry. I was imagining the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
Nope. No. So, hold on. Adam was made from the four corners of the earth when the angels brought dust from the corners.
To be clear here, it would be a lot cooler if it was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It really would.
I'm just saying.
I mean, we've got two of them here, Michael and Raphael.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Who's missing? Michelangelo and Leonardo. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, this earth was Donatello. There you go. Yeah. Thank you. This earth, that the angels brought back from the corners.
Yeah.
To help make Adam or whatever.
Yeah, that Bethlehem's the center of.
Yeah. This earth was white and pure like the sun. You know how the sun be pure?
I mean, I've never touched it, so
well, the
I'm
sun
not really
is
sure.
pure, and also it means beautiful eyes. Because Adam's so handsome, he got sun in his eyes.
Yeah.
All right, so
I think they call that cataracts.
This earth was white and pure like the sun, and it was gathered together from the 4 rivers, the 4 of them. You know which they are?
I mean, there's the Tigris and the Euphrates.
That's 2 of them.
And then there's Twin Creek.
No.
No?
That's
okay.
No. They didn't know about Ohio. Remember, they thought that Bethlehem was the middle of civilization.
Yeah.
The other 2 are Gion and Phison.
Of course. Yeah.
You know.
Those ones.
Man was made in the image of God, and he blew into his face the breath of life, which is the soul. For just as he was gathered from the 4 rivers, thus from the 4 winds he received his breath. Okay. So that's
the dirt came from the rivers, and the wind came from the wind.
And God made dirt, and dirt don't hurt.
Got it.
Actually, I dropped a cookie on the ground the other day and picked it up, and I said that in front of kid. God made dirt, and dirt don't hurt. And I don't know if they hadn't heard that in a really long time, or maybe never at all, because they're only 20.
Yeah.
And they thought it was the funniest thing they'd ever heard. Because we're atheists, and God didn't make dirt.
I got it.
And
right.
Dirt can hurt.
I mean,
you can actually get sick from germs.
Sure.
So that's funny.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to finish this up. Ready? We're on the last chapter.
I'm ready.
1 verse, chapter 57. When Adam was made and there was no name assigned to him yet, he's like calling him that guy. Hey, you, that guy. Chad. He called him Chad.
That's what, yeah.
Yeah. The Lord said to the 4 angels to seek a name for him. He's like, what am I going to call this guy? I can't just call him Chad all his life.
Right.
I mean, Chad is like a noun, not a name.
Yeah.
Hey, don't be such a Chad,
Sure.
So Michael went out to the east and saw the eastern star named Ancolum and took its first letter from it, being, an A. Okay.
Yeah.
Gabriel went to the south and saw the southern star named Dices. And guess what he took?
The D.
The D, the first letter. Yeah. Raphael went out to the north and saw the northern star. And do you know what that star started with?
I bet it started with an A.
It did. It was called Arthos.
Okay.
And he took its first letter from it.
Yeah.
Uriel went west. And what do you think happened to him?
He saw a star that started with M.
He did. Yeah. He saw the western star named Mencembrion and took its first letter from it. And when the letters were brought together, the Lord said, oh my God, those letters are fucking thick. Those letters are fire. Those letters slap. Those letters ate. Those letters are so based. Those letters are sick.
Stop. Just stop.
And so then he said, the fuck do these letters spell? Can you read it to me? When the letters were brought together, the Lord said, read these fucking letters. He read them, Uriel did, and said, ready?
I'm ready.
This is what he said. He said, Adam.
Yeah.
The Lord said, oh my God, right? This is fucking awesome. Thus shall his name be called. And here ends the life of our protoplast, Adam, and his wife, Eve. The end.
Yeah.
You're a protoplast.
Fucking 4 angels named Adam with 1 letter each. Y'all get 1 letter. Hopefully it comes together to spell something,
I need to find
that we can pronounce.
Some stars that have the names of my letter. You know what I mean? Like, I need to find the stars of WIFE, and then I can say I was named after these stars.
I can't remember off the top of my head how Adam was named in the biblical account.
I'm pretty sure God was
didn't God just name him Adam?
And then he called him Adam.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
they didn't
that
mention
just summed it up. That just summed it up.
Okay.
This gives a little more detail.
Yeah. So it started with 4 angels.
Yeah.
Looking at stars.
And bringing back sand from the beach.
Yeah. Okay. And this was the meeting before the creation of Adam. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the life of Adam and Eve, huh?
That's the life and death of Adam and Eve.
Life and death of Adam and Eve.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot of shit in there about Jesus. Weird.
So fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. No, it
was fun.
I'm not unhappy that we read it.
No.
But it also was a fluff piece for fucking Christianity.
It was fanfic.
Yeah.
It was an apologist fanfic. And they didn't do a good job, honestly. I feel like Marissa Mayer, the author of Twilight, would have done a much better job.
I think that what Danielle Steele could have done a better job.
I mean, that bitch is prolific.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
She could have wrote a shit ton of books. I am not a fan of the romance
Actually, you know who I would have liked to have seen written it?
Who?
Dr. Seuss. I think it could have been a lot more fun.
It would have been a lot more fun, but
yeah.
Okay. If
I think that would be my choice. Dr. Seuss, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let's think of authors that Cormac McCarthy with his lack of punctuation.
Shel Silverstein. Yeah, okay. I think that would be a good one.
She flew through the air with the greatest of ease. Something about trapeze, and I hope she don't sneeze.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we've gone on past an hour already.
All right. So
we probably need to stop just spitballing possible, authors that we would have preferred write this.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Wait, hold on. I'm
waiting.
You know who would have made this the most fun book ever? Douglas motherfucking Adams.
It's true. That one wins. That's the one.
That's the winner.
Do you know what we're doing next week?
Some other apocrypha. Okay.
That's
ahead, and I don't.
Those are things that we don't know yet. Yeah. No. So I guess tune in next week to find out what the hell we're doing, because we don't know yet.
Nope.
So that's all we got then.
I'm not very professional, but I mean, I still don't know how to pronounce things, and I keep getting told that I talk too much and my jokes aren't funny. So this moment of silence.
I was laughing.
For her husband losing his shit. Here lies husband's shit. He has lost it.
All right, guys. Appreciate it that you joined us for this episode. Yes. And come back, see us next week to see what else we're going to be covering. And we'll see you then.
And you can join us every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Live
on Discord.
10 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah. The links are always in the show notes. So go click on that now.
Y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, wife. I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep. We have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.